Good evening, SpeedGaming 3, and welcome to a very exciting matchup between PanzerDave and Big Slam Moo in the 2-1 bracket. Two of the more entertaining runners to watch when they're playing Zelda 1 Randomizer, one known very much for his swordless prowess and also his trolling, the other one known for his rafting skills and his sworded combat. I'm FurySK alongside Shaddy. Shaddy, this should be an interesting race. We've got a longtime veteran versus one of the newer runners to Zelda 1, but only in the sense that he's only been playing last year and a half, swapping over from Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
Yeah, absolutely. And Slam has been playing really well this tournament, so this should be good. So it looks like we are off and running, starting near the forest. Dave finds level 5 on the coast. I don't believe he peeked at the item before dipping in. He's going to take a quick look around here.
I'm going to check the open caves there, or open doors, excuse me, once he finds that there's a blockage or finds maybe a Triforce that's free. Probably bail out of here and get a weapon.
Slammy able to get some money, purchase a blue candle, which is always a play I like. Looks like a book there on the coast. Super helpful in these flags, gives you all the maps for all the dungeons.
Yep, we'll see how early they get that ladder. If it's something they can find early enough, they may go straight out there. Although Dave really doesn't like the book because he likes his wand without the fire.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mixed bag on the book. Sometimes in the earlier dungeons, it's easy to find the maps, but it's a big help come level 9. Ooh, free red ring at the Armos. That makes life a lot easier for both of these players. Slight advantage, probably Slamu, I would say.
Yeah, I definitely think that Dave's combat is a little bit more experienced, but then again, he does have some rust going still. He's trying to clean up, so maybe just both are happy to see it in this case.
Oh, absolutely. it's a it's a pretty nice find, especially before you've really even started here. Dave back into 5. I think he saw this possible stair room. Wanted to try it. Not a bad play. Let's find a stair
Yep,
room.
yep, and got rewarded there with the raft, so that's a pretty nice find for limited combat.
Of course, in this flag set, we have either a level or the white sword item is item blocked, meaning you need the raft, the bracelet, and or the recorder. It's at least one, but not only one. nothing at the coast raft spot, but if these guys ever get out of the northeast here, maybe we'll see what's going on the other one. Dave finds a level 8. Case in point for the book, finds the map very early. And it is big. Slamu must have seen that. He was up in that general area. Just didn't see him go in there.
These any roads might help us get out of here, or maybe not. I thought maybe he's going to take those, see if he could get across the way to some more open caves, but might just be checking these out first.
Slamu heading out to unexplored area. Has bombs, gonna bomb the coast.
Now we do get back towards Vanilla Start at least with these any roads. You know, one up into Death Mountain.
Those are pretty good roads.
So the question remains, where is this sword? Or in Dave's case, maybe the blue candle. I don't think you do that in this race, though.
He's got the money. Yeah, he must have seen the candle shop. I believe it was at the Armos in the forest. Meanwhile, Slamu finds level 2, burned bush above the coast. Level 2's item appears on the floor, sometimes for free, so digging too early can pay off. Sometimes, if it is free. Feel like if you find level 2 early, it makes sense to just get in every room that you possibly can.
Yeah, I do like this wood arrow purchase from Dave. He's going to get that and his bait taken care of since he had all that free money early on. Will prevent him from getting trolled by a bait block and potential for a Goma block silvers.
Looks like Slamu has run out of options in level 2. No free item.
Yeah, he'd be
that
able
easy
to
tonight.
he'd be able to get a little bit further if he had one more bomb, just because the Dodongo was blocking a shutter door. Could have also burned his key into. May have been slightly more worth it there, just because the floor drop can be standing, but could have also ended up burning it on nothing. So probably just going to get his sword and come back later once he has that in hand. Speaking of level 2 dives, looks like Dave's also found level 2 is going to do the same sort of check of all the open rooms. He has 0 bombs, so worse off than Slamu. He can't even stun the Dodongo by having him eat the 1 bomb. Slamu finds the power bracelet at the Vanilla Wood Sword Cave, so that's going to be our white sword item. The seed may also open us up into the overworld block dungeon. There will be one of those. So 4 spots now opened and readily available the moment they get that. And it looks like they're going to need 5 or 6 hearts to be able to get it tonight.
Slamming it back into any roads that Dave went through earlier. I would imagine he goes back to start. Oh no, this one is good enough. This will get him, same difference basically. Get him to the open caves here in this area.
Looks like the Dead Woods Potion Shop was the answer for the Wood Sword. Slamu now has his A button combat.
Looks like Dave was able to pick up a heart out of 2. We'll have to wait to see if that was the dungeon item or just the dungeon heart.
Yeah, I think he kind of ran the same route Slamu did with Slamu's heart also at a level 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't see where Slamu got that heart. Don't believe he was in a take any, but I also don't remember seeing him clear that room in 2. Dave's on a similar path, so if there was a take any on the way, we'll find it.
Yep, Slamu up to 5 now. He may opt to finish off his Deadwoods exploration and then come back to the Power Bracelet Cave before leaving this area.
That would make sense. I think you want your bracelet before you head up to the grave. It's kind of an annoying spot to get back to.
We're going to keep on spending our money, this time on a key. Getting up to 2 or 3 keys is always something I try and do, just in case I find level 1. Level 1 has a lot of keys, but it also has a lot of key doors. So if you're not lucky in the specific seed, you can burn through all the keys that you have in your pocket and not run into any keys in the dungeon yet. Dave's now going to route back towards start, see his power bracelet at 4 hearts, sees he can't pick it up, and I think is going to do the exact same thing that Slamu just did, where he's going to find his wood sword after going into this level 9 cave, and then go down and get his Take Any 1 and clear the Dead Woods before wrapping back towards that power bracelet.
Dave with the raft. We'll be able to check this raft spot. See if we have a level here.
No dice in the first raft spot, just a handful of rupees. Might get lucky on the second raft spot, and got lucky to get off of the raft now, given all those Grias. I thought for sure he was going to go back.
Did get a good spawn there.
Dave finding all the levels. Already found 2, 5, 6, 9. Still hasn't found his wood sword cave, and it does appear that the power bracelet is going to be locked behind a 6th heart, which is kind of important because Dave just spent 1 in 6 to get further along. But he is rewarded with an any key. Wow, so giving up that heart container got him access to a lot of key doors. Once he gets his wood sword, may opt back into 2, where there was definitely a handful of those.
It'll be really interesting to see what Slamu does here, where he knows it's 6 hearts if he routes up this way. Well, he's got to be careful on half a heart here.
Wow, I don't know. I thought he was dead to that stealth boost. We got just lucky enough to dodge it by what must have been a pixel. If Slamu digs us at all, which I think he's just going to do Candle Row and look for level 1 or level 3, I think if he hits that, he'll probably just turn around and look in the other doors first, and then probably wait until he gets his power bracelet before coming back. So any key might give him, or might give Dave a little bit of an advantage, unless he decides to use the other resource, which I think was bombs.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how that comes into play. A lot of these seeds have been pretty key hungry, but certainly not all of them.
This is certainly an interesting route by Dave. I didn't think that this was the way that he was going to go from where he was. I think the raft that he had actually just kind of forced his route into a different direction. Fortunately, going to cost him a little bit of time getting to his wood sword.
Yeah, I would imagine he's probably gonna be pretty frustrated when he sees where it is, because he saw level 9. You know, it's kitty corner there to where the sword, where we know the sword is. It's a lot easier from the booth here. Does have the any road up here near start, so you can kind of get right back down to that general area.
And level 8 is the next choice for Dave. We'll see if he finds anything for free in here. I don't know if this is the place I would want to be, but it does have 2 items. Slamu finds level 1.
Yeah, and a couple of hearts. So he knows Bracelet is sitting there waiting for him when he can work his way back down there. Also, another floor drop in level 1. We saw one in level 2. Still not sure if it's the dungeon heart or the item heart. We'll probably get a good idea here in level 2. Or, sorry, level 1. Because I can't imagine Slamu would leave an item behind unless he's forced to.
Dave's going to get the bomb drop off of this group of blue moblins and also gets the second one, so full up on 8 again. Doesn't look like there's a lot more he can really do in there without a sword, though. And we do have a silver arrow on the ground in level 1, so the wood arrow purchase no longer required for Slamu. And Dave finally routes back into the area with the wood sword. Didn't take him that long, actually, though, to go get that.
Yeah, he's got to be shaking his head a little, but move on. Happy to have it. Didn't really slow him down too much, I would say. Looks like Slamu is a little stuck here. There's a bomb wall to the right. He has 1 bomb left. Yeah, he's gonna blow it. He's rewarded. He is not. Free key at least. And up here, Slamu had very many rooms left. Another free key for him.
Yeah, he's just on the run to the Triforce here since he's already got his item. See if he gets trolled by some sort of combat or maybe a dig dog or block. Nope, just blue Lionels with a standing item.
Meanwhile, Dave finds the sword. Looks like he's gonna attack some of the dungeons he's already seen. Triforce really fast in 5 tonight. I believe that was the raft room right there as well. Nice quick level 5. Looks like Slamu has found his stair room. It is extremely laggy, full of red Lionels. He's trying to work his way around them. Usually if you can kill 1 or 2 of them, they pick up speed again. It's a little bit easier to move. Getting bopped around a little bit, but that free red ring at the beginning and red Lionels tend to drop a lot of hearts. Just a matter of time to sort them down. Our first Wizrobe sighting in level 2.
And another blue item in level 1. It's not the wand, it's not the white sword, it's the bloomerang. Slimu's gonna backtrack here and head back towards his Triforce.
Interesting to see kind of where Slamu goes from the grave. I would imagine he wants to get down to that bracelet. Not sure where he goes from there. Maybe over to level 2? Kind of where
Yeah.
Dave's poking around now.
Definitely think he's just on the hunt just to make sure level 3 isn't also free over here and then gonna turn around. I would think 2's pretty much in his direct line of sight. He's looking like he's going to go towards the Any Road, so maybe Power Bracelet is being something of interest to him. Maybe trying to find level 3, level 4, something smaller underneath one of the Power Bracelet blocks. And eliminating that block is potentially the answer if it isn't.
Dave checking his map to make sure he doesn't have to go left through that shutter in the blue dark nut room. Ooh, a ladder.
And to answer the question, chat, Dave, I believe, has the Triforce out of 5. I think that's the only one he has right now. He's going to try and find the 1 and 2 next. Yeah, well, we have the 1 and 1 for Slamu versus the 1 and 5, and now 2 for PanzerDave, so 2 and 5.
I think Dave will work his way towards the book. Certainly seems to be heading that way. Maybe having no wand has swayed his decision to go pick it up.
You know, he's been burning it the entire tournament and then picking it up, so let's see if the same thing happens again. Nope, just gonna play it serious this time.
Things getting a little bit more serious in the tournament here as we move through the Swiss, start getting a little further along. Seems like runners are sharpening up a little and starting to gear up here and take things a little bit more seriously. Which is great. I mean, that's what we like to see. This is should be good as we keep moving forward here through the weeks.
Dave, back in this level 8. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this Patra to see if the block moves. I know the Gliok prevents it. I don't think the Patra does, though, so we might have something underneath here.
Oh, that was a great sword by Dave. Extremely dangerous, but managed to get it.
You've just gotta be careful not to get trolled by the Patra itself, but no dice on the block, so good effort, just nothing there.
Dave has had really good bomb management, basically from the get-go tonight. Every time you look over, he's at 8 bombs, forcing.
It certainly doesn't help that he's found dungeons with Dodongos or Moblins the entire time, so Moblins being very generous and Dodongos being something you can just force off of has really helped him out. Samu, though, still keeping his bomb count in pretty good shape for the most part.
A nasty spawn there, the Wizrobe spawning before the door could shutter. Don't see that very often.
Start bomb his way down a little bit here into level 8. Looks like still on the hunt for one of 2 items in here. Don't think we've seen either one yet or the Triforce, so let's see if he maybe finds a compass in this room since it's fairly easy combat. Speaking of Triforces, Slamu has now found his Triforce in 2. Let's make sure he finds that item as well.
Yeah, I believe it was just south of here, as long as he doesn't get bopped into the dark nuts. Grab the ladder. Assuming he saw he grabbed the ladder. He's gonna clear out the rest of this, looking for something. Not sure what exactly. Dave is finally rewarded for this deep level 8 dig. It's a little boost to his combat. Now sitting on white sword and red ring. Things start to pick up from there. goes really deep in 8. But he hasn't seen the Triforce, so unless he skipped a room with the Triforce, imagine Slamu would find it eventually. To see where the Triforce ends up being in here.
Looks like we found another transport stair in 8 here as well. And Slamu did recognize finally that he had the ladder. I think it might have trolled him for a minute, or he was looking for some more keys since 2's fairly key friendly. He doesn't have the any key yet.
Slamu gonna make quick work of this 5, similar to Dave. Has the compass, raft is on the way. Triforce, 1 room down. We know the raft isn't required, but he's probably pretty happy to see it. Now has bracelet and raft. Only missing the recorder for the item block.
Yep, so it's quick walk up this way just to make sure that this raft spot isn't going to be his dungeon that is behind the block.
You think Slamu dips into 8 or keeps searching? He took 1 look in 6 earlier and left. Wonder if he keeps hunting for smaller dungeons.
It just depends on his overworld exploration. I don't think he's quite got the same amount of exploration as Dave has. He does have the grave, but it seemed like Dave went and checked all of Vanilla 5 area while Slamu was busy kind of working his way through level 1.
Looks like Dave might have got a little bit Y-forced on that Triforce. Either that or he picked it up and said, hey, I have like 3 rooms left in here. I'm gonna dig out the second item.
Yeah, he had the compass for it, so he definitely knew it was there. As we found level 4, I think Slamu was still up in the northeast somewhere. Might have been the power bracelet spot?
Blocked. Yeah, I believe that was the bracelet spot. It's gonna be real interesting to see what's in here. If he's able to pull bow or something out of here, certainly speed him along. Already holding silvers.
Yeah. He's not doing a too bad a job in this wizard room. The one suggestion I would make is if you go up towards the top of this Uliak room, they can't spawn to your left or right, so they all get forced in a line down. So you kind of manipulate them and make it easier rather than having to run back and forth to get them. Dave, meanwhile, finds the bow in 8, so not only did he get a good offensive upgrade for his sword, he got the bow out of there as well, so now he's got bow and arrow, and I don't think he'll miss the silvers in 1.
I mean, that's just a great find. He spent a lot of time in there, but when you come out with white sword and bow, it is time well spent.
Dave now going back into the 6th. I think he's just trying to clean this up. Find the Triforce and run. Hoping it's in this room right off the bat.
Pretty big level 6. Saw 8 was pretty big.
Yeah, well, we got 24, 30, 36, 39 rooms in the 6 as the recorder's in 4. So that's every overworld blocking item.
It's pretty nice for Slamu too, where he cleared level 1. Rather than go to 8, I wouldn't be surprised if he whistles over to 1, hits the grave push block, and maybe heads up to the mountain. He's able to leave here with bombs.
What we have left to find, just 3 and 7, or did we find one of those two along the way?
I do not believe we've seen 3 or 7 yet. I believe you're correct.
Yeah, I've been kind of trying to help out Freedom Fighter, our tracker behind the scenes, who's fighting the good fight for us.
As always, much appreciated. Trackers, the unsung heroes of this tournament, really help things move along for us. This is quite a room of requirement here in level 4. Red ring, not as bad, but more of a pain than anything, especially these 3 bubbles. They just refuse to leave you alone.
Looks like we did find the Triforce along with the Flute and 4, so Slamu has 4 taken care of. Let's see what he chooses next. Got a couple options that he knows of, I think. Dave certainly has the combat advantage, but it does seem like he's getting a little bit trolled in these larger dungeons, so definitely some time to be saved if Slamu can take advantage of that with the longer time gap between getting combat between him and Dave. I think he can make it all up. We're going to start with level 8. I think basically if you just avoid the northern portion, you get everything you need down here, so might have picked the right way to go.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is kind of a, it's a big point in the race early on here. Dave was certainly in level 8, multiple times and for a while. Be interesting to see how quick Slamu is in and out here.
He's going to spend his 1 bomb going up, so I guess I kind of commentators cursed him a little bit, although this Goma is going to raid boss him back down, so that may help him. No bombs to bomb around him.
Right, and that wall does bomb up, so maybe a little bit lucky there. Sure, runners will take all day. Dave getting the bad news.
Yeah, still can't get to level 4. Needs his 6th heart. He doesn't know that's back there, but he probably has an idea that that's going to be a block at this point. He's only got 1 other dungeon that he can potentially find behind the Recorder Lake. He can't find anything now between the 2 raft spots as they're both busts. And hey, look, the Harketeer that he kind of missed due to his change up in routing towards the White Sword Cave has finally been found. So now he's going to do exactly what I thought he was going to do earlier, which is exactly what Slamu was doing, which is full Deadwoods exploration, then turn around and get your power bracelet. If I remember correctly, this room that Slamu's in now was the White Sword. I want to say it was.
Yeah, it was certainly down in this general area of the map somewhere.
Yeah, there it was the transport, we'll see. Nope, it's the bow. I've completely and totally turned around in this dungeon.
That's a quick grab. A lot quicker than Dave was able to get it. I believe the White Sword is down in this area. He still doesn't have bombs, but now he has silver arrows if he realizes it.
Yep, he's got a good chance to take out the Vires now. They could have rolled up and wouldn't drop anything still because they'd split, but has at least a chance to see if they have rolled even or down. Meanwhile, Dave is now heading back towards the power bracelet again.
Unfortunately for Slamu, he's got this bow. He's gonna check this room. Oh, but this is the transport. Doesn't take him up top. I believe this also went down to the bottom somewhere.
It takes him to the left and one up from where his Triforce will be. Also worth noting, he doesn't have the any key, so while Dave was just going through some of these key doors, Slamu's got to pick and choose. Even on 7, you don't want to burn yourself out of keys in level 8. You still have several dungeons left. So that could either help him and like just send him the right way by chance, or it could hurt him and send him away. Just kind of depends on where they're all at.
Slamu wanted nothing to do with that clock, even though he killed the last one.
Yep.
Just in case.
Fire does drop to the silvers, so that's good, and he'll get his combat upgrade. So as long as he just goes across the bottom here to the other side, he'll find his Triforce, and he'll have accomplished it in at least a dozen or so less rooms.
Yeah, and I believe the compass was down in this bottom part as well.
There's the bait block that is going to confirm that you don't need to buy bait if you have not done so already.
A serious lack of bait blocks so far in the tournament. We're gonna have to up our game on that a little bit.
Yeah, there was one that almost existed in the Redbird and Rick match from week 1, where there was one bomb wall that saved it from being the case. And I think Redbird had the bait and went through it. Rick found the way around it with the bomb wall, so we almost had it.
Panzer picking up his order here.
I think this is the room for Slamu. It is, so very quick 8 in comparison.
Yeah, really quick 8 in comparison. Still has no bombs. Let's see where it goes. Maybe back to 6.
Yeah, well, he got the double pack there. Got his 6 and his 8, so he'll take that.
He still has to check his raft spot here. See if he likes 6 better now. Last time he saw it, he did basically no rooms.
Yeah. The real question is, will he record her off of this, or will he get... Well, there's only one there, so what could possibly go wrong with one?
I think with silvers and white sword, he says, now's the time to do 6.
And there's the leave your heart or leave your keys. So because it's keys, he didn't want to give those up, and I guess he doesn't want to give his heart container up either. Unfortunately, we know that there's an any key on the other side of that.
Yeah, I wasn't paying close enough attention when Dave was in here. Be interesting to see if there's a workaround.
Down go the whiz ropes for Dave. He's got level 4 done, so it's now down to, I think, a 1, 3, and 7 for him, and a, I want to say it's still 3, 6, 7 for Slamu.
That's correct. Yep. 3 of 7 still haven't been seen.
Interesting placement for the shoot room. If you can't bomb around here, then that would force you through that by default, and that would probably make Slamu a little bit annoyed, but it
Give the
would direct him the right
keys!
way.
Give the keys!
Oh, no, we have a bomb wall here. So you go down and around via this key door. And I want to say it was a spiral. Yeah, so you can go left here. He's killing the Gliok, which could have a floor drop, like a Triforce or a Compass. Or a Bomb Pack. And he's chasing the fairy. Will he go left because of it? We can thank the fairy for sending this way, I guess.
No doubt. Really helpful fairy and a compass drop in here. So he'll grab his key and move on. I don't believe Dave got that compass because I think he was in here swordless.
Yep, and because he got the Uni key out of this room, he was looking for open rooms, so... Another situation in which Slamu's going to get to make up a little bit of time on Dave. So, what was once probably a 3 or 4 minute lead for Dave has probably gone back even, I would say. I mean, level 1 can't possibly take Dave too long, so it's just a question of how fast Dave can find 3 or 7 after that versus Slamu's overworld routing.
Yeah, I mean, this is starting to shape up a little bit. We're gonna, by the time Slamu grabs this, I have a little head start in searching for 3 and 7. But I mean, Dave is gonna be right on his heels, and he's already up here in Death Mountain, where you would imagine they are.
Dave a little bit annoyed that he doesn't have the 6 extra rupees for that. But, might find him throughout this dungeon if he really wants that bomb upgrade.
Slamu missed a spot over here earlier. Make sure he's not missing anything. We know he isn't.
Yeah, well, Dave's really good at low percent. I'm kind of surprised he didn't just take the heart that was literally a handful of blocks away from where you're standing.
Who's got time for that? It is curious, though. I wonder if he's feeling, 8 slowed him down a bit.
Interesting that our prescription paper was underneath our push power bracelet. I'll eventually figure it out. It was PB blocked as Dave finds his silvers. And I think that pushes Dave into go mode, so the second item doesn't even mean anything to him anymore. He's just leaving.
Yeah, Slamu kind of cleaning up his overworld exploration. Dave is going to dip back in.
+6. There we go.
Quarter Lake, not the answer.
So, level 7's underneath this power bracelet spot. I guess Dave made some time up by not fully digging 1, whereas Slamu's now going to take the Innie road up here. I think that's a smart play. It's just a play that'll only work out of 3s on this side of Death Mountain.
And yeah, I mean, I would imagine Slamu probably clears all of Death Mountain. Maybe he'll work back into the grave push block, but he's already done 1. So we might get a case where these runners are doing the opposite 2 dungeons that they both need to do here. Kind of separate for a while, then meet up when we get to level 9.
Slamu almost spot the bait. It still has a small purpose against specific enemies that will kind of get brought to it, but we do have level 3 now found. So Slamu has the smaller of the two dungeons. I think both are really just looking at Triforce and Go, though.
I would think so, especially this late in the race. Slamming
So
for sure. I think playing against Dave will be Triforce and Go.
it's just a question of who digs more efficiently or just happens to pick the correct direction in the dungeon they're in.
Yeah, this is really shaping up to be a level 9 match, it appears.
Yep. Hopefully we get a good level 9, not one of those that's 6 or 7 rooms and done. This could be a really fun match to watch in there. And a couple buzz killed by a really free level 9 setup.
Dave with the great combat in that blue wizard room, able to trap them in the blocks. They get stuck in there. Oh no.
Yeah, he said, nope, I'm not doing it again. I'm out. As long as it's not that one room. I mean, you got all these other rooms, so it probably is not that one room.
It's never the room with full of wizards.
Right. Slamu was trying for staircases earlier. It looks like the staircase will lead him to the Triforce, so he may just skip rooms now that don't have a potential push block. Which is all of these rooms, and he nopes the Patra in that room. It'd be unfortunate if the right-hand staircase is in here and it's just one room to the left. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, though. So what do we have? Item or transport?
He has chosen well. Interesting to note, he didn't farm those Dodongos for bombs. Makes you think maybe he'll go down and check the bracelet spot first before heading off to the rest of the mountain.
Interesting no-fire tracker. Free to fire. Usually Dave uses his candy cane sprite. It's interesting that he chose against it this time.
Telling you, things are things are getting a little bit more serious as the weeks go by.
So where is this Triforce 7? Slamu is kind of on the route of last locationing this level 7.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there. Also surprised he didn't buy a potion. He was in the potion room. He's got more money than he needs in the letter.
Yeah, there's outside of bomb packs, there's literally nothing left for him to buy at this point, so I think I would agree. Unless he's got the potion from the Take Any One. As Dave finds the Triforce in 7 really blocked up in this little one-off route in this northeast part of 7, so that just leaves him 3.
Yeah, might be a little lucky he found 7 first, it looks like. I would imagine kind of where he's coming from. He'll go west first. We'll see where he goes here.
Does Dave have a potion by chance? Let's see if he did. Well, he's getting multiple chances and multiple offers. He's just
Not
refusing them
interested.
all.
Meanwhile, Slamu looks like he's whistling the level 1, which will bring him right to level 7. Unfortunate for Dave, he heads east. So they're following in each other's footsteps, so full clearing through here. See how quickly Slamu's able to work his way up into, I believe it was that room right under the 7, uppermost room. See how many blue wizrobes he feels like killing. I don't believe Dave... Did Dave see the compass in here? I don't believe so.
No, I think
Slamu is heading the right way here.
he just chose to go this way after getting blocked up on the western side.
Slamu needs a bomb to go right in that room above. Luckily, he doesn't get fully trolled here.
Did he already bomb the walls in this room? Doesn't look like he bombed south. This doesn't bomb. Well, if that didn't bomb either, I think he probably would have tried to go up in that little area. Now he's just going to rely on the compass fine.
Well, Dave heading back, taking any roads up to the mountain, very similar to Slamu. It's just a matter of time before he finds this level 3 up here. I believe it's the only spots he has left, other than maybe Recorder Lake he hasn't seen.
Really getting blocked up in the 7 by the bombs. Tracker Freedom Fighter confirming that Dave did not have the compass in 7. He just found his way there by chance.
Once again, Tracker's doing all the important work for us. Always appreciated.
Dave has now found level 3, so Slamu's running out of time to find the bomb wall he needs to find in the 7 to go the right way for the Triforce. Still think he's going to run just about out of rooms by the time Dave finds out that he needs to go across to the other side of the level 3's transport to get his Triforce.
Slamu taking a similar death to the blue wizrobes at 7. It's like a mirror image so far. This might force him back the other way. Say, what else can I find? Sometimes when you see these rooms kind of just sticking off, they stick out like a sore thumb when you play enough of these seeds that, you know, feels like something's always up in them.
Wonder if Dave will give us a peek at this item in level 3. This is the item staircase. May just try and eliminate everything else up here first, though.
Yeah, it's not come across the compass yet. Still looking for the Triforce up here up top.
What? He took the heart. Wow. I thought he was just going to pass them all. Maybe a Y hearted him or something.
Ask him about it. How he felt about the heart in level 3. Meanwhile, Slamu is gonna try to clear these blue wizrobes again, only to be get some bad news in the room next door here.
Let's see what it does here. He is going to push that just to see if it's a push block. Oh man, 20 bombs if he wants it. I don't even know anymore. I'm trying to comprehend Dave. I give up.
Sometimes it's nice to have arrows at your leisure.
Yeah, I definitely understand not going all the way down to that low amount of rupees, but between that and not taking the potions and all the shenanigans so far.
Looks like this level 7, a little bit of an equalizer. We talked about it early on. Dave probably a little bit more combat savvy in Z1R. Seemed like he was able to make a little bit quicker work in here in some of these harder rooms. I mean, this 7 is by far the hardest dungeon we've seen.
Yeah, the downside right now is he still just has that one bomb, and he's going to use it on this room, which is unfortunate because he's going to need it still to get where he needs to. In the meantime, we get to listen to some nice overworld music on Dave's side as he goes through this level 9. He's simply in Door and Roar territory as he's already got his silvers out of level 1. Fortunately, that's not the room he's looking for.
It's the girls' room, but no one's home.
When you want a staircase, you get an item. I mean, this is giving me deja vu. Go for transports, can't find transports.
When you're looking for something in level 9, it's never sitting in that first room, I'll tell you that.
Oh, he got a bomb here. If he bombs
what a
over,
drop this could be.
He's got to survive this blue Wizrobe. If this blue Wizrobe gets him, he won't bomb right here. He may bomb right if he kills it. He is going to bomb right. There we go. Very important bomb.
For us.
Just has to survive.
Probably right about now he's wondering why he didn't just buy that potion when he was in the shop.
Got bubble boosted through this room to the Triforce on the ground, and he gets turret BMOSed into the Triforce.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
The beauty of Red Ring right there.
All planned. That's what that was. He was planning that the whole time to get away from Wizrobes. Alright, so here comes a recorder to get him over closer to level 9, which is, I believe, at the river spot near Vanilla Start. And we have Aurora. Looks like we'll have to burn a key, most likely, unless he's down, but I believe we kind of routed around to where we would have heard that already. And here is a Chevy Room Ganon fight, with 8 hits being required. It's not quite as trolly as the Circle Moat room, but it can get Ganon off pattern. It looks like he used 1 off to the right. Yep. Sometimes it'll reset here and put you back on the right path. And yeah, he's back on his normal pattern as he got hit there, so Dave should be able to get him from here. Unfortunately, it looks like Slam is basically taking the same route as Dave has through this 9 thus far. The downside to that is, while it's the right play to make in terms of making logical progression, it's not going to give him a chance to make up time, which he needs to make up. He's going to eliminate some rooms off to the side for potential staircase rooms, and find that he doesn't want to be in the staircase at all.
Very similar path.
So
Race
I think
is on for the girl.
Yeah, I think the big thing that could help Slamu is if he happens to find some random staircase to a magical Zelda situation. Because there were some rooms that Dave skipped in the southeast part of this level 9 while he was looking for Ganon's Roar. Slamu gets pancaked in the doorway, which is kind of unfortunate.
Really unfortunate.
think he may try and bomb around this Patra, which may force him a little bit on a longer path to Ganon. But if one of those walls had opened up, maybe that also would have exposed Zelda's shutter door. Thankfully, you can't go up there, so he'll try and bomb right here, which does open.
Yep.
I don't know.
For slamming.
I don't know that Dave has... Oh, there's a compass. I was going to say, I didn't think Dave had cleared all these rooms for potential compass. I think he was kind of flying through them. So Slamwoo is going to hear Ganon and potentially be fighting Ganon by the time Dave may find his route to Zelda, as long as this bomb wall opens and there's a door on the other side. Bomb wall does open. Do we get the shutter door? Yes. So do we get shoot? That's the only other thing to control. I don't think there was any chance, though, otherwise there would have been a shutter on this path down below. And nope.
Get your GG's in chat for PanzerDave. Coming in with an official time of 1:05:41. Was able to make really quick work of that 9. Would imagine Slamu kind of takes a similar path here.
Yep, looked very linear unless there was a staircase along the way that Dave opted out of.
It just really came down to that 7. Dave was able to get through there a little bit quicker. Combat a little bit stronger. Slamu got hung up in some of those rooms. But joining us, PanzerDave. Dave, GG's, well done.
Thank you. Holy crap.
So, 2 questions that chat is dying to know. Did you get Y-forced, or Y-hearted, I should say, into the heart container in 3, since you were
Yes.
skipping a whole bunch?
Yes.
And what happened to Festive Lunk?
Festive Lunk is currently lost on the hard drive somewhere. I moved him and I don't know why I moved him. So, I need to find him. Oh, man. I don't know. Was that the only path to Zelda?
Well, Slamu's basically doing the exact same thing right now. He was finishing off Ganon as you were finding Zelda Shutter Door.
Oh, wow. He was right behind me.
Yep, if not for Whiz Ropes and Dark Nuts and lack of bombs in level 7, this could have been a lot closer, I think. But unfortunately, this level 9 was very, very linear from what I saw. It didn't look like there's a lot of other ways to go.
No, and I will say I got lucky in 7 because I got killed in that room with the Whiz Ropes after I got locked in, and it just led me down to the path around to go find the Tringle.
Yeah, me and Shaddy were thinking how good your combat was in the room of blue Whiz Ropes before, and then you get shuttered in with that, and it looked like you just kind of regretted life and gave up on that room.
It's one of those, if it's in there, I lose, right? And then if your opponent runs in that room and doesn't clear it, then it's like, well, we'll find the compass before we clear that room again.
Slam finds out the bad news on the other side of Zelda's room. There's no door.
And I'm glad I went down first. There, just to be like, okay, well, I can't continue there, let's move on. And then I'm like, okay, well, she's there, so I have to approach her from a different direction.
Yep. Tracker was asked.
Yeah, I see his question there. Because of my money, I didn't want to go down to like 10 rupees and then not have arrows. If I wanted to start picking away at rooms quick, like I was doing towards the end there, just to look for a compass.
Slamu, meanwhile, has taken 2 sets of staircases, which have taken him basically kind of backwards to where he'd already been. So looks like there's not really any other way to go at this point.
Oh, that's not good. I wonder what the other item in 9 was. Because I was in go mode after that item in 1, after getting the silvers, so...
Yep. Staircase number 3 takes him dead south, so that's a nope. He's doing what I would do with that location, just assuming it's some trolley stair that hung up my opponent. Unfortunately, in this case, it's just bomb the living daylights out of 9. It all works randomly.
Yeah, then, I mean, the path was walkable after you found the compass. So... You know,
Looks like he's on
the
heading
right
that
end
way
of it
now, yeah. I ran out of options here.
That was
It was interesting.
A very weird seed.
Yeah, you guys took a little bit different paths. You were in 8 for a while.
Yeah.
I think you saw every room. Slamu, by virtue of not having bombs, kind of routed down rather than doing any of the top of it.
Oh, so you saved a lot of
that,
time there.
Yeah, so that really caught him up, and it was literally at the point you were finishing, I think, level 1, as he was grabbing his other Triforce, maybe out of 6, and you both had 3 and 7 left. He went into 3, you went into 7, and kind of the race was on from there.
Officially right on almost the 5-minute mark as far as the difference between Dave and Slamu in this race.
Wow. I mean, again, you know, just one of those things. I got what I felt was pretty lucky by entering dungeons early and pulling out a pack of bombs and then pulling out what was a useless raft out of 5, but then immediately getting rewarded for paying a heart in 6 with an any key, so...
How upset were you when you saw a bracelet after giving up the heart?
It didn't matter. It absolutely did not matter because it was 6 hearts anyways.
Luckily there was one
like,
right there.
Yeah. And I don't remember where White Sword was, but that was a nice pickup as well for me. So, was that 8?
Yeah, also an 8.
Yeah, so 8 had the bow and the White Sword, and then I got the ladder out of whatever dungeon it was in pretty early.
Thoughts on picking up the book early?
If it's early, I will pick up that book. If it's late, unless I'm in dire need of a map somewhere, and I have a wand, then I won't get it. If I don't have a wand, then it's like, oh, it's fine. You know.
Yeah, we were kind of speculating whether or not you were gonna work your way over to it or not.
Yeah, like that early on, it's very rewarding. Like it's diminishing returns, right? Like the more you go on, the less useful it is. So early in a seed, it's fantastic. You can see layouts of, 5, 6 dungeons. Later on, after 7 dungeon digs, you can only see 2, and it's like, I can probably find a map at that point. And you have a general sense based on dungeon shapes of what your layout's going to be. So
I don't disagree. And GG Slamu joining us in the booth.
Thanks, GG Panzer. Congratulations. Well earned victory tonight.
Holy crap! These things have been too close for my liking. Like the only one that hasn't been close was when TA just smoked the living daylights out of me.
I was 4 shots into Ganon when you got down, so I was right there. I just full cleared 9 as well.
That 9, and for me, I full cleared 8. But then, got lucky in some other aspects. How about that free red ring, though, and still dying in 7?
I know, right? That 7 is the worst. I think it was my only death, but I hate that 7.
I know I looked like I gave up on life after entering the shutter door with the Wizrobes.
It was 10 minute 7 for me.
Well,
yeah.
I died on the left side and then just immediately said, no, we're not dealing with that anymore.
I was out of bombs, so I cleared everything on the left side, cleared the south, and then finally got a couple of bomb drops, and finally headed up that peninsula, up to Maine, and the Maine of level 7 had the Triforce, so...
You got some really interesting bops on the way to that Triforce. You want to talk about that?
It was amazing.
Which ones? I missed it.
Going up to 7.
You had half a heart, and you like took the bubble bop instead of getting hit by the Wizrobe in the room before the Triforce, and then you got BMO statued on half a heart into the Triforce over the Wizrobes.
Oh, that was all planned. That's Manips.
That's what I said. It was all planned. See, I knew what I was talking
It
about.
was really well done.
But yeah, you traded level 8 clear time. You went way faster in 8. You went way faster in 6 because Panzer did the any key swordless. So he never cleared the Aquamenus for that compass, so you got in there and just blitzed 6.
Yeah, I changed it. I changed it up tonight. I did what 80% of the overworld before I even dove a dungeon.
Yeah, the only downside really was I think Dave got the white sword advantage, which gave him the combat advantage, which gave him a little bit of clear speed early on, so that's where the 7 trade-off then came back to get you at the very end. But it really was just a back and forth race in terms of who was in the lead. I thought Dave was ahead by 3 or 4 minutes at one point, and then it looked like it got all the way back tied, and then 7 hit, and that basically made it back 5 minutes in his favor, which is kind of what happened as far as the outcome goes.
Yeah, that 7 was my downfall. I felt like I played the rest of the seed really well. I have no complaints about anything other than just need to get a little better at punching things with the sword.
I just ran my face into everything once I got that red ring.
I tried that and it just didn't work.
Like my face was just like Link go burr, like as he's swinging the sword randomly in Dark Knight rooms.
I mean, I guarantee you I beat you to the red ring. I didn't even open the first arm I was there.
Oh yeah, you did.
I had you by 8 seconds to the red ring.
But I beat you to the useless raft.
I know, I was really hoping that raft would be something.
Right? Like I got that so early, and then I got the Aniki so early, and I was like, oh yeah. And then the power bracelet, and I was like, oh.
I checked power bracelet on 4 and 5 and it wasn't good.
Oh, I checked it on 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Because I gave up one of my heart.
Slammy was able to kind of get around that mugger in 6.
Yeah, I dodged that guy.
Good for you, because it did not only brought you the any key, but like Fury was saying, you got the compass kind of coming in on the right side there as well.
Yeah, compasses are big in this, especially if you think you're in go mode. And in this case, like, that 6 was big, the 7 was up, the 8 was just, oh.
I didn't mind the 8. I only cleared probably 20 rooms total, and I got both white sword and bow.
I had bombs, so I of course went north to find absolutely nothing up there.
Oh yeah, so I got the bow, and then I turned around and I shot the Goma, and it opened right up for me.
Yeah. Oh well. This is a very good race, and I was in go mode after finding the silvers in 1, so I was like, yay, I don't have to dig other dungeons for stupid stuff.
I had the same with the reverse in 8. Once I got the bow in 8, and I'm like, okay, I'm good, let's go. I had the 1 was the first dungeon I actually full cleared. Like I said, I got the entire overworld minus Death Mountain, and then I started diving dungeons.
Yeah, I thought about doing that strat, but then I kept running into dungeons with bombs and a cannon. I'm like, well...
Yeah, no, not interested. I declined many a dungeon like that, but... GG's, congratulations, good luck in the rest here.
GG, you too. Hope to see you on the 4-2 side.
I hope so, that's the only way I'm going to have a chance to beat Shaddy later.
Yeah, hashtag beat Shaddy now. Now that Beat Slamu's out of the way, it's hashtag beat Shaddy.
Well, it's out of the way for you. There's plenty of other people that I'm sure still want to beat Slamu.
Well, thanks again, guys. This was fun, and I will see you all next week. Whee!
Yep, GG's to both on a well-played race. We do have some fun action coming up tomorrow night, looking ahead on the schedule. It's going to start off at 6 o'clock with the Trails and Dr. Blue match, and it's going to run straight through 11 o'clock. So you have the Cantaloupe Sausage Link match, TGE versus Nimanva, Scytown and Jam, Lack Attack and Air, and then Truant and Redbird, Rad finishing it off for the night. So a bunch of races that should all be really close. They're actually really well paired off now that we've kind of gotten deeper into the Swiss bracket.
Yeah, just GG's both of our runners. Make sure you give them a follow. Just a fantastic race tonight. As we've seen, kind of as we go along, it kind of comes down to one dungeon here or one dungeon there. Just a great race overall.
Yep. And again, especially in this specific race, big shout out to the tracker, Freedom Fighter. Was doing a lot of extra work to try and keep track of everything that was going on. Then when we get the tracker going for him, he was pushing all the buttons real fast to get it all plugged in there and get it all back up to date. So for the fight he had to endure tonight, give him a round of applause. But with that, Shaddy, I think it's time to kind of head off to bed or maybe back to vanilla grind, depending on what time zone you're in or what your bedtime is. For me, it's time for bed.
Had to catch up on some VODs of races that were going on tonight.
Yeah, also a good idea. So with that, he's Shaddy, I'm Fury. Guess we'll see you tomorrow when some more matches kick off and some more Zelda 1 randomizer action hits the stage. So long.